All right, this is ApostleEaly. We are in the new year, y'all, and I want to serve a toast to all of you all. Y'all, now anybody that really know ApostleEaly, I do not drink, but I'm just doing this for live. This is all about. All right. Happy birthday to Brother Mario. This is his birthday. This is the first day of the new year, 2021. We made it, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Now, the reason why I'm doing this because I was putting something together today, and as you see as the title, it says understanding the seven African powers according to the Bible. And why this is important because I was doing a working for Brother Mario. I'm gonna show you before I get into the scripture. But this is the candle that I'm utilizing to pray over for him. Now this also has the powder that I told you all that I put together. And when I tell you all this, I put a New Year Eve powder. When I tell y'all and you hear me say the word powder, these are all natural ingredients that has been grind down so I can place them into the candle. Happy birthday to me, Capricorn energy. So the reason why I want to explain this because a lot of times people are lighting candles and they have very little understanding about energy, and they have a very little understanding how biblically this affects their temple. And so we have to understand some of the things that we are endeavoring into. And I'm excited about what's going on. This is the top says Shango, Arula, Ogun, Iligwa, Obatala, Yemiya, and Oshun. And what I'm going to do is explain each coloring in the candle so you will have a better understanding where that comes from, but you will also have a better understanding of how to utilize this. Now, what I want you to understand when is this. If you do not understand something, you should not be doing it. Cleansing is the most important thing that you need to be doing when you are praying. And why is that? No doctor nor dentist goes into operating or practicing on a patient without sterilizing themselves and the patient. This is why cleanliness is next to godliness. Before you work with the energy of anything, whether it's candles, whether it's incense, whether it's just prayer, you need to make sure that you are cleansing yourself. And this is what happens as well. A lot of times people want to deal with this particular type of candle or energy and they're not clean and they have blockages. Even a doctor has to make sure that you have the flow of blood or the flow of fluid going through your body before he or she can operate on you. This is why it's important to do cleansers, because it removes the stagnant energy or the blockages that may be in your energy system. Now, this is gonna mess with some of you all. Many of us, Happy New Year, Sherry. How you doing, darling? This is why many of you have been operating around this energy the whole time and you did not know it. And the reason, and I'm going to show you in the scripture that this has been operating for thousands and thousands upon thousands of years. And everybody does not understand this energy. And we are all calling it different things, but it is the same thing. In Genesis 9 and 13, it says, I will set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of a covenant between me and the earth. This covenant is between God and the earth. Now remember, we are children of the earth because he said the righteous shall what? Inherit the earth. So when you are part of the earth, you need to know the covenant or the agreement that was between God and the earth. Not God and man, God and the earth. And so therefore, this is why I told you before when I explained about the constellations and that they're living being. The earth is a living being. And so therefore, God made a covenant with the earth about the rainbow, which consists of the colors. Anytime you've seen it rain, you can see the rainbow in the cloud and in the sky. But also, if you have a sprinkler system, you can see the different colors that are around your yard because of the light hitting the water, and you can see the reflection of the light. So these colors are constantly around us all the time. I just want to, this is not magic as in hocus pocus. This is science. When you understand science, it demystifies the ignorance. Because a lot of people are very ignorant of something that is so natural. Spirituality is just as natural as breathing. Just like you don't go around explaining to people why you breathe in and breathe out, it's the same reason why you wouldn't try to explain to people something that's basic. This is basic. So, also in Ezekiel, the first chapter, 26 through 28, but I'm only going to read this part of the scripture. All around him was a glowing halo. You know, all of us like to go to heaven. Talk about our halo. All right. Like a rainbow shining in the clouds on a rainy day. This is what the glory of the Lord looks like to me. This is Ezekiel, the prophet, the major prophet, is saying that the glory of the Lord looks like a rainbow. This is why I told my older son, no, you ain't ready for that yet. Because I have to explain to him how light energy or frequency operates. Because I'm going to share a little bit of that with you all today. So when you want to see the glory of the Lord, this is what it looks like. The Bible said that the glory of the Lord looks like the rainbow, all the colors. In Revelation 4:1-4 says this. I'm only reading part of it. You can go and read it later yourself. The one sitting on the throne was as brilliant as a gemstone, like a Jasper, a carnelian, and the glow of an emerald circled his throne like a rainbow. So here it is. It's in the Old Testament. It's in the New Testament. This is all around you. This is operating whether you believe. Because a lot of times Christians and other people of faith, they think it's about what you believe. It doesn't matter if you believe in this or not. This is what it is. And what you can do is educate yourself. Like the Bible said, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. If you had an understanding that your temple was made of divine light. Now, Iana Van Zandt does a meditation that she tells her people to imagine white light. Now, anybody that understands the color spectrum knows that white light consists of all the colors. So basically, she's telling you the same thing I'm explaining now. Bring in that white light or bring in that rainbow color, because once you bring in white light into your being from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, what you're literally doing is bringing in all the colors of the rainbow, which is the glory of God, Ezekiel 1. Come on here, somebody. Trying to teach you something. So we are constantly operating in this, whether we know it or not. And we're constantly being affected by this energy, whether we know it or not. Okay? Those that are in the African diasporas or different traditions, we deal with the ori or the crown. The Bible said, anoint my head with oil. This is constantly dealing with the crown. The crown. Now, what I want to explain to you, there's a thing called the chakra frequency color spectrum. And anybody that deals with welding or any type of welding, depending on the degree of the heat of the fire, it changes color. That's frequency. Once again, that's the light spectrum. Depending on how hot the flame is how hot, what color that flame turns. A blue flame is hot, a green flame is hot. But they have different frequencies. Now, from the crown, the frequency is 768. The brow frequency is 720. The throat chakra energy system is 672. The heart chakra. This is, and the reason why this should make sense to you all that operates in the medical field. The heart chakra is 624. This is why they have to put the electric thing on your heart. If your heart starts beating, they have to send electricity in there. Think about of all the things to get the heart to pump it. It's electrical energy that has to pulsate through your heart in order for your heart to beat. Boom. They say clear. Boom. That's energy. But the frequency is 624. And then it goes from 624 to 552. And then your solar plexus, which is your personal power, is 528. And then your sacral chakra, which is orange, is 480. And then your root chakra, which is 432. Now, I said on the onset, this is science, right? I'm just trying to explain to you a spiritual aspect scientifically, so you will understand. So when light comes out of the heavens, the closer it gets to the earth, the more it slows down the flow, which means that's how you get the different colors of light of the spectrum of the rainbow. That's why no matter where you see the rainbow in the sky, the color spectrum is always the same. Because the closer it gets to the earth, the more dense the energy becomes, which it changes the energy. So that's why no matter what your belief, if you're a human being, the top of your head is white light, and the bottom, your root chakra, is always going to be red. This is why in different pantheons, they ascribe certain colors to certain orishas or certain saints. Many of you that, I'm going to deal with this one first. If you can see, there's purple in this candle. This is amethyst. Saint Germain is a lot of times Catholic people pray to Saint Germain. They call it the violet light. This is the energy system or energy that they're summoning and calling upon. Now, the reason why I say this, you got to understand that candles is about representation. So symbolically, you are calling on this particular energy. If you have the actual crystal, then you can utilize the crystal and place it on your candle or whatever. But we want to keep going on. Then you have what it said, red jasper, root chakra. Remember I read about that in, which scripture did I use? Red jasper. Oh, that's in Revelation. Red jasper. See the red that's in the candle? Right here. Red jasper. Then they talked about carnelian. Carnelian. Sacral chakra is orange. It's right in between the red and the yellow. This is carnelian. Then you have the yellow. This is yellow jasper. I'm not going to explain what these crystals actually do, but I just want to show you the color spectrum. And then we have the green. This is green tourmaline. This is Brother Mario's candle. I'm blessing this for his birthday, by the way. See that green? This is the heart chakra. This is why green is always representing the finances and growth, and because it's deal with the issues of your heart. So when you're burning a green candle, you burning a candle like this, this is why everybody should not burn this candle, or you shouldn't have anybody that don't know what they're doing and understand, because you're dealing with the person's energy, and you need to understand what you're doing and allowing them to receive the energy in each aspect of their chakra. You got 7 chakras, actually it's more than that, but the 7 basic chakras. And when I light this candle for him, basically it's going to give him energy in each area of his chakra system, which means that he's going to be able to manifest in every area of his life. This is why they teach you about their orishas and the 7 energies. 7 powers are just the 7 virtues or energy that you are operating in. Now, the 7 chakra energies are very different than dealing with the spirits that ruled over that frequency. This is why I get more complex, because right now you're just dealing with the energy. But once I bless this for him, I'm going to also invoke the angels that ruled over those particular planes for him. So not only he's going to have the energy of that frequency of color, he's also going to have the spirits that rule over that. So this is going to be on a whole nother level. This is why you always want people that are experienced and they are skilled in what they're doing, so you can benefit. Now, once this candle begins to light, this is what they call a 7-day novena candle. So as long as this candle is burning, he is going to be extra energized in every aspect. And so therefore what he speaks and what he thinks, he needs to be able to control that, because that stuff is going to start manifesting. This is why the candle burning is important. Now, what else I said? All right. Then we have the blue. Lapis Lazuli. Excellent. This is your throat chakra, being able to communicate, being able to speak your own truth. This is being able to speak your emotions, speak your thoughts. This is why all this is important. All right now. Hey, Trey, that's my oldest son. This is why this is important. Now we said, what else we said? We got pink here. Pink would be what is rose quartz. This deals with love, self-love, being able to love himself and stop talking about he's going to be buried by a tree and all this other foolishness. Help him to be more positive and love himself. And let me tell y'all something about rose quartz. The reason why rose quartz is so important is because the scriptures say, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. So a man thinketh, so is he. This is why this energy is so important about being able to love yourself, because you want to show people how you want to be treated. And you got to learn how to love yourself in order to be able to project to the world what you want them and how you want them to treat you. So this is why this is important. So we dealt with purple, which is amethyst. We dealt pink, which is the rose quartz. We dealt with blue, which is Lapis Lazuli. Then we dealt with yellow, which is yellow Jasper. Then we dealt with orange, which is carnelian. Then we dealt with red, which is red Jasper. And then we also dealt with green, which is green Tourmaline. I know y'all done heard about black Tourmaline, but ApostleEaly got all kinds of stuff that I work with to help God's people that want to be helped. Now, then we gonna get quartz crystal. This is why they say quartz crystal is all purpose. Notice I got the pyramid, and I set this on his particular candle because I want to fill this candle with the energy from the highest part of heaven. There are different stages of heaven. Firmaments. Paul said the third part. And then you get the throne where the angels abide, and then you get where the elders and the saints go, and then you get where God is. That's the void. Some of y'all can't get that high, and you ain't gonna get it. I don't care how much you pray, unless you have been elevated to a certain place or initiated in a certain place, you are never going to get that place. Other people got to get there for you and bring it to you. Holy of holies. That's what I'm trying to say. So now but guess what, y'all? I've been praying over this since yesterday. And this has been up under this. Now, I sleep with this quartz crystal. So when I pray over certain things that I'm praying for my saints because I'm their covering, I place this over there and this candle. I'm also going to be doing this candle for my 2 oldest children. Because I'm blessing certain people and they've given their offerings and their donations. So I want to be a blessing to them. But what I'm trying to tell you is when you enlist somebody like me, I am trying to explain you on a basic level, something very complex that is easy for you to understand and see how natural it is and how it is all around you. But if you don't understand energy, this is why when I see certain people burning candles that I know they don't know what the hell they're doing, it aggravates me because you can't represent the tool that you have. The reason why a lot of us, we read books, and let me tell you something. The same reason why you wouldn't do open heart surgery on yourself, the same reason why you wouldn't do go in your mouth and do an extraction, the same reason why you wouldn't do, because you don't have the level of skill. It's too many people think you can actually go and read a book or just do something because it looks so simple and not understanding that it's complex. The reason why when you're burning a candle, it is you're opening a door. And if you don't know how to close that door, basically like your natural house, it basically like you go in there and you open up all the windows, open the door, the back door, and you leave your house open so any spirit or any entity can enter into your house. You got to know what you're doing. And see, when I light these candles for people, I also protect them. So only what I ask for, what they're asking for, comes into their energy so they can actually manifest it. You got to have a covering, somebody that understands energy, understands their gifting, understands their measure of faith, understands the different color spectrums. Because guess what? I'm going to also explain to you. The crown chakra is violet. The third eye is blue. The indigo. The throat chakra and the heart chakra are considered the upper chambers. So when you burn a white candle like this with all colors. But if you only burn a purple candle, a blue candle, a light blue candle, you're only affecting your upper energies. Up from here all the way up. Okay? When you burn a yellow candle or an orange candle or a red candle, you're affecting the lower parts of your energy. So if that person doesn't understand what they are affecting, it's like a doctor going in there, got all these tools at their discretion, but they don't know what they're for. And they just going in there messing with different aspects of your organs and not really understanding how that organ going to affect the other organ, or that blood vessel, or this going to affect that. Before you go to operating on people spiritually, you need to understand the makeup of the human body, the makeup of the human spirit, and the makeup of the human soul, so you can actually give them what they're looking for and not cause other disturbances in their energy. Too many people out here practicing, they're not skilled. They're praying prayers on your life that don't fit your energy. They're calling things into existence in your life that are not in your timing. And so therefore, people's life become more complicated, and therefore that's how it gets the label of that's evil, or I see you should have left that stuff alone. No, they don't know what they're doing. You have no business messing with your energy until you have cleansed yourself. That's no different than, why are you eating a sandwich, fixing a sandwich, you ain't wash your hands? Y'all know people nasty like that, right? Same thing about it spiritually. People are nasty, like they know their energy ain't clean, and then they'll lay hands on you. They know their energy ain't clean, and then they'll pray for you. They know they're in the wrong state of mind or the wrong state of emotion, and they will inject that energy into your work, which will gonna affect you. And let me tell you something, you can't help somebody unless they accept the help. Brother Mario is aware of what I'm doing. So therefore, when I pray over this candle and I give this candle to him and he lights this candle, he's going to get the total benefit. And then another thing that you got to understand from ApostleEaly is this. Don't have nobody praying for you if they ain't got it for you. You got to have people that have the energy that want to see you win. Because they're putting that energy in that candle. They're putting that energy in whatever they're getting, that prayer cloth or that oil. And if they don't have it for you like that, that's the heart. That's the heart chakra, because that got energy. They're placing that in you. You got to understand how important this is. Whoever watches for your soul, you need to make sure that they are in a place that they know what they're doing, and so they know how to attend to the needs that you may have. Now, he's already been blessed in a lot of different ways, but when he light this candle, he's going to see a major difference, because I know what I'm doing. When I light this for my saints, when I light this for people that donate to my ministry, they always see a big change, because I understand the different levels of energy, the light spectrum. Guess what? Everybody don't have the same measure of gift, so it doesn't impact people's life the same way. But since the time he's been, he done got a lot stronger. Because let me explain this to you too. If you attack people in my church, the reason why it's not working, Brother Mario don't need to be an apostle. I am. It's my energy. You're not going to win. This is why this is important to have somebody skilled that is praying for you if you're sick, praying for you if you got financial problems, praying for you if you got emotional problems, praying for you, because they need to have a full understanding of your blueprint, your spiritual makeup. This is why your astrology chart is so important, because that's your spiritual blueprint. And then they understand your blueprint and they know what parts to go. Every time that I ever worked on my car, I've had 3 different BMWs. They always ask me for the VIN number. They always ask me for the make and the model, because they have to get the things that are appropriate for that particular vehicle. Everybody has a different spiritual blueprint. And as a pastor, as an apostle, as a spiritual advisor, you got to be able to understand their energy and give that individual person, even if they're married, they have a different energy signature. And you got to be able to help them with because everybody got the same chakra system, but they are very different according to their energy. You got to know the individual. This particular individual is a Capricorn. So I have to set this up according to his energy that he can totally benefit from what I'm doing. So I hope that makes sense. I'm glad you know what you... I know that's right, because you got a lot of people that don't know. And so this is why I'm saying to you, I hope this is helping you. And I gave you the scriptures. I gave you the understanding why colors are so important. This is why in certain African pantheon, you see them have their head wrapped with blue, or purple or red. These colors are significant to the energy that they are summoning into their temple. And that's why they're doing it. That's why they're wearing certain colors. That's why those that operate with Oshun, that's why they wear yellow and gold. That's why that is important, because that yellow energy, it brings certain vibrations and certain energy into their life, certain success. Oshun represents the solar plexus. That's personal power. Makes sense now? Eligwa is green and black. The unconscious mind, and green, the heart chakra, the crossroads. You got to understand what you're doing before you can help people. Too many people out here that don't know what they're doing and talking about how great God is, but they cannot bring that divine energy down into the present in this earthen vessel. And that's what I'm trying to explain today. I hope this helped you. I hope this brought clarity. And I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. How was that?